This is Roger Grizzly Adams Lang. I'm coming to you from San Francisco, where I've started a company and I'm having a great time. It's called Predicta.com. You can check us out online. I really look forward to seeing you at our 20-year Infinity reunion. Us Infinitians have a unique place in my heart and hopefully in yours. Listen, I made a lot of mistakes along the way, and all you guys covered for me. I can't thank you enough. Thank you now from the bottom of my heart. I hope to see you so I can give hugs and raise cheers and toasts. And if not, you're part of the Infinity family forever. And please come to Montana. So you guys would look good in cowboy hats. If I don't see you at Artie Papp's house in Palo Alto this Saturday. Take care, all. I really hope we stay in touch. Bye, and thanks again.
Hi, Infinity. 20 years. Let's see. Favorite memory of Infinity when we were in the hotel in DC and the air conditioning broke and Roger got behind the bar after hours and I think we closed the place down. Super fun. But it wasn't all fun and games. It was also the ultimate startup experience, and I feel very blessed to have been part of it. Let's see, what I've been doing since then. Well, maybe some of you remember that I had a baby right before the IPO. He's 20 now. He's a sophomore at Cal, and I have daughters 18, 15, and 12. The 12-year-old is taking this video. She'll probably mock me for it afterward. And I wrote a book, or a novel that came out last year from Random House, A Small Indiscretion. Working on the second one, and looking forward to seeing all of you on Saturday. Bye.
Hi everyone. Hope you guys are enjoying the reunion. In terms of most memorable moments, there's many obviously. I grew up with Infinity, and it was my second job out of school, and I learned a lot, and it gave me a lot of opportunities. But I guess the one thing I will never forget is learning from Paul how to scratch out the dates on an airline ticket so that we can buy a cheaper ticket and fly at the last minute to go visit, clients in Toronto. So if I learned anything at all, but I guess you can't do it anymore because everything's now online. But back then with those carbon copies, I was able to erase the dates and fill in the different dates and such. Anyway, I'm now based in Hong Kong. If anyone comes through this way, please look me up. I look after operations for the region for Fitch. So hope everyone again enjoying yourself, and hope to see everyone again sometime soon. Take care.
Hi, this is Artie Papp. I was employee number 19 at Infinity and was hired to set up and run the Asia Pacific operations. And I'm not saying startups have it easy nowadays, but in those days, David Mail and I, when we went out to give demos, we had to carry around our own Spark box, which is like a laptop on steroids, about the size of a printer. And in addition to that, we also had to lug around our own monitor most of the time, because even though most monitors in those days were manufactured in Japan, for some strange reason, Japanese banks could never find a spare one lying around, so we would carry our own. And in those days, they weren't flat panel monitors, they were those huge, heavy CRT monitors. And being a frugal startup, taxis were out of the question. Typically it was the subway, and in summer, and the heat and the humidity is certainly a bit of a production, but it all paid off, and we eventually made our first sale to Sumitomo Bank, which is also a little bit unusual in the fact that it was a look and feel license for the software. A little bit unusual, but it worked and got us going in the Japanese market. Since the IPO, I've done a few other startups, some less successful than others. Also did a 10-year stretch at son of Infinity, aka Calypso, and since retiring in 2011, I've been too busy to work. Now actually working on a startup with my sons, and just doing other things that I enjoy, and basically enjoying life. Anyway, it's been great to reconnect with everyone.
Hello.
Hi to everyone at Infinity. It's nice to see all of you guys. So what have we been doing these past 20
I
years?
can't see anyone. Just saying.
No, look, see, there's Mike
Oh.
Kirkish.
Is he there? Really?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, this tripod's kind of putting me off. We need Bob Bears.
Oh
He's-
my God.
Bob Bears was the guy who did all the videos and stuff for Infinity.
Really?
Yeah. No, we did.
Okay. Guys, don't pay attention.
We
to
haven't
that.
prepared.
Not at all.
Totally clear. What was a good time at Infinity?
Really?
Yeah, what was good? It's obvious, isn't it?
Oh,
See, I get
so
the-
oh.
You can't swear. You can't swear. Well,
Okay. No, so okay, since leaving Infinity, I moved to Boston to go to business school. Graham started a company, and oh yeah, we got married. Yeah.
this little one came along. Say hello.
Hi. This is Philip, and this is James.
And yeah, I started a company and with my mate Christian Alzati, who also worked at Infinity, and then soon after followed on by Hussefa, the fabulous Hussefa Karatuala. Hi, Hussefa. And then Richard Walker, a whole bunch of guys came.
Okay, speed this up. This is getting really boring.
I gotta, it's like the Oscars speech.
Do you even wonder why we stayed together all these years? I have no idea.
Andy Farley, Ron Courtwright,
I joined your company.
yeah. Will Price, CEO, marvelous. Roger helped us out a lot as well with funding, and he was on the board. I'm still looking for my mug. Where's my mug? Looks like an Infinity mug.
It broke. I broke it.
Oh, really? Is that what happened?
No, I didn't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
They know. Someone out there's got it.
So
Bring it back. Just put it on the, when we get to the party.
Who do you want to
someone
say? Who do you want to say
Maybe
hi
they'll just
to?
put it on the table and it will just be there and I'll just take it and we don't have to say anything. There's no hard feelings.
Alright, this is getting really boring, so we just want to say hi to everyone.
Hi,
Thank
this
you
is
to
Paul Gardner. I only spent 4.5 years at Infinity, but those years have had a big impact on my life. I got my green card, and the proceeds of the IPO enabled me to take a year off and travel around the world. The best year of my life. It also led me to Calypso, where I spent 9 years and can proudly boast that I was not defrauded by Charles and Kishore. These days, I live in San Francisco. I'm married with 2 boys and have taken to heart the old saying that nobody ever died wishing he had done more work. My latest project is that I'm learning Russian with a view to going to the World Cup in 2018. That will be my 7th World Cup, the first being the one in the US in '94 at Infinity. In fact, I can remember going to some games with Infinity folk. And the people are what I remember most about Infinity. Those Mark Messer's impersonations of Infinity personalities, there's lunch with Samaran, traveling with Samaran, demos with Samaran. David Hyatt, who was responsible for Graham's mug, among other things. Here's my mug. There was David Mayle, always on the lookout for bozos in management. Jeff McIver, desperately hoping for higher standards of software engineering. And of course Art Hebert, who created the famous fake NASDAQ.com page on the day of the IPO. And after 20 years, I'd still rather look at nude art than art nude. So, on the occasion of the anniversary, I'm going to be raising a glass of beer in my Infinity glass and wishing you all well. Bye.
Hey, Arlie, wake up! Wake up!
What's going on? Is Samaran finally buying us lunch?
No,
Did Graham find his mug?
no.
Did John Norton get a life sentence for working at Enron?
Yeah, he did. He got 2.
Nothing changes. Wake me up when something new happens.
Wait, Slops almost crashed the world market.
Whoa. Well, figures. So I guess that means Charles and Kishore have a new line of work now then.
No, they're still making derivative software.
Well, what about me? What am I up to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Wake up, wake up. You've got a user guide to write. We've got a release coming up.
Now I'm really going back to sleep.
No, wait. It's a whole new world. There's self-driving cars now.
Man, I like driving.
Oh, you know what? The good stuff's still here. Gwen Stefani's playing at the Shoreline this weekend.
All right, that's good. What about Clinton? Is Clinton still in the White House?
Give it a couple
Hi, it's Jen Parr from Wanaka, New Zealand. I live here with my wonderful husband of 2 years and my beautiful black dogs that you might see playing with sticks in Lake Wanaka behind us. My fondest memories at Infinity include a Christmas party in the early days at an Ansel Adams Art Museum in San Francisco, the ski trip to Zermatt when I was based out of London, one of the best ski weeks of my life, and certainly the strategic meetings that we had, captained by Steve Husk at the Hung Don and Porter pub, and also Ball's Brothers Wine Bar. In about 2002, I had an early midlife crisis, perhaps that's what it was, and I realized that I wasn't as inspired by my work as I'd like to be, so I decided to follow my greatest interests, which were food, wine, and travel. So I took off to France and spent my first harvest working for an exceptional winemaker in the Southwest, and certainly found my passion. So from there I traveled to New Zealand, Australia, to California, back to Oregon where I was born, on to Australia, and back to New Zealand before I decided to make New Zealand my home. I spent about 10 years now as a winemaker here in Central Otago. My focus is on Pinot Noir, the finest red grape in the world. Sorry, Till Goldeman. I know you may beg to differ.
Well, is it really 20 years since we were all together? Time certainly does fly by. It only seems like yesterday when I walked into Landings Drive and met with Roger, Charles, Kishore, Paul G, Jan, Robin Flynn, and a whole host of other folks for my interviews. I knew then that Infinity would be a great place to work. I left the City of London and Wall Street behind and moved to live and work in Silicon Valley, and I haven't looked back since. It's difficult to pinpoint what made Infinity such a special place. Was it the people? Was it the challenges? Was it the timing? Was it the environment? Or was it just pure luck? Whatever it was, it really did work, and I'm proud to have been part of that team. I left Infinity in 1999, started my own company, which is still going strong. And I really hope that maybe 10, 20 years down the line when we have our own reunion, that people will look back as fondly on the Tia as I do on Infinity. I'm really looking forward to reconnecting with lots of folks at the weekend. I've made many, many good friends over the years. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Arnie and to Paul G for making this all happen, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Thanks.
Yes, it's
Bye.
true. Working at Infinity was the best job most of us ever had. My role was to inform users that their bug would be fixed in the next version, most definitely. But if not in the next version, then certainly in the version following that one. I'm currently living in Berkeley with my wife. I'm a full-time landlord. My older daughter, Natalie, is an attorney with a small law firm in Santa Cruz, and my other daughter, Gina, works in a lab in San Francisco where she maintains her lab website and writes code. This is Mike Kirkish signing off.
Hi, everyone. Dave Clark here, just with shorter, grayer, and more sparse hair. Oh, and these reading glasses. Not that bad for 20 years, right? Right? What do I remember from my Infinity days? I remember thinking how cool it was to work in the same building as the SETI Institute before our final move. Too nerdy? Okay. I remember really loving my job. I was able to work hard and have fun with truly remarkable and talented people. I still remember thinking after my interviews that each person I talked with was smarter than the previous and how nearly impossible that would have been. I was really happy I was offered the job, and even more so afterward. And I remember the summer picnics. In fact, look at what I stumbled on while doing some really late spring cleaning recently. My kids loved those parties. Of course, they are all grown up now. My oldest is in grad school at Northridge down in Southern California, getting her master's degree in biology, and my son is a junior majoring in physics at Rice University in Houston. Time does indeed fly. I work from home doing complex event processing development for a company in Florida. I have had that gig for the last 6.5 years. It is a sweet deal and a long story. Ask me. My wife and I also volunteer together at the Monterey Bay Aquarium every other Saturday. Come down and visit. You never know whom you'll run into. Right, Roger?
Hi, for those of you who don't remember me, I'm Janice Elving. I joined Infinity in 1995, and that's when my daughter was just a baby. And I left SunGuard in the year 2000 when my son was just about a year old. So since Infinity, which was probably one of the best jobs of my life, I've stayed in technology, and I'm currently at Calypso Technology, where I've been for just about 11 years. And let's see, I just have to say, the IPO, it's a great idea that you're having the party, and I really wish I could have been there. I couldn't make the trip from New York happen in order to be there. But the IPO will always be a great memory for me because the proceeds from that IPO, I think, really enriched a lot of lives. But in my life, this house behind me became the country house. We live in Manhattan and we come up on the weekends. And I'm really grateful for everything that I got from that experience. So have a great time at the party, and I'm going to enjoy my view.
Hi there, it's Greg O'Keefe. I wish I was there to enjoy this big celebration with you all. I joined Infinity back in April of '96 to join my fellow colleague, ex-Fuji Bank colleague Arnie Pap on a trip that would change my career considerably and all for the better. I look back and have kept in touch with many of my friends since Infinity, with obviously through either the SunGuard or then the Calypso experiences. And where am I today? I find myself still meeting up with many of my old Infinity friends, and I find myself also here at the final years of my career at the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Great group of people, and if you ever come to Tokyo, please come over. We're happy to give you a little tour where we are and enjoy the Japanese cuisine. And my most favorite occupation at the moment is Japanese sake. Irashaimase.